Do you know me, Philbrick Muncher?
That's my name, yes.
Sit. Now listen to me, Philbrick. I paid 15 guineas in advance for a course on scientific agriculture. I have here the 7 lessons you have sent me to date. If you can find one word in them remotely connected with anything to do with scientific agriculture, I'll eat my hat and yours too, Philbrick. Stop clicking. I came here to be explained to, not clicked at.
Dear me, how very curious.
Philbrick, it is not curious. It is disgraceful and disgusting. I intend to take the strongest possible measures to give this outrage the widest and most pitiless exposé.
Please, I appreciate your indignation, Mr. Mulliner. I do sympathise, but I assure you there was no deception. Merely a blunder on the part of our clerical staff. I shall severely reprimand him. What happened was, you received the wrong course.
Oh, wrong course, eh?
Yeah, exactly. And I think you'll agree that such immediate results are a testimony to our system.
Results? What results?
Yeah, Mr. Mulliner, what you've been studying for the past weeks is our course on how to acquire complete self-confidence and iron will.
Self-confidence, eh? Iron will?
Precisely.
Yes. Yes, now you mention it, I have been aware lately of being able to look taxi drivers in the eye. Refusing to step off pavements. Not caring if I got a lady assistant.
All part of the service. We shall, of course, also supply your original lessons in agriculture.
No, forget them. I only needed those in order to suck up to some old bore to ask permission to marry his daughter. Now I'll simply inform him of my intentions as a matter of courtesy. If he doesn't like it, well... Good God!
What is it?
That taxi.
Well, we're close to St. Pancras. They're not uncommon.
They are when they have my fiancée in them with another man. That's a cousin Bernard, I'll bet, he's got a guard's tile. And I'll tell you something else. They have the look of a couple on their way to lunch.
Harmless enough, surely?
Harmless. Harmless. Hobnobbing in taxis. Revelling tete-a-tete at luncheon tables. Just the sort of behaviour that got the sitters of the plane so disliked. I'm no prude, Philbrick. I flatter myself that I'm essentially broad-minded in my outlook. But if that girl thinks I'm going to stand by like a clam while she goes on Babylonian orgies with pop-eyed, smirking guardees, she's in for a rude awakening right now. And I do not, Philbrick, mean maybe.
Albert? Albert, shove another 3 guineas on our self-confidence course.
Hello, Streptococcus. I telephoned you earlier to ask you to give me a bite of lunch, but you were out, so I wrote in old Bernard instead, and we buzzed off to the Savoy in a taxi.
I saw you.
Did you, you poor old chum? Why didn't you give us a yell?
I have no desire to meet your cousin Bernard, and while we're on this distasteful subject, I must request you not to see him again.
You must how much?
I do not wish you to continue your cousin Bernard's acquaintanceship. I don't like his looks, nor do I approve of my fiancée lunching alone with young men.
You want me to tie a can to poor old Bernard?
I insist upon it.
But why? We've known each other since we were children.
If you survived childhood knowing Bernard, I suggest you're grateful and leave it at that. Why risk coming up for more punishment by seeking him out now? Anyway, there we are. I've told you my wishes and you will respect them. And now there's another matter I wish to speak to you about. I would be grateful if you'd arrange to put me up at the Towers this weekend. I wish to speak to your father urgently on the question of our engagement. It's high time the old man learned of our plans.
Just like that?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell him just like that?
Indeed.
You're not bothered at all?
My only fear is that he might madly attempt some opposition to my plans. I have no desire to scorch the old man to a crisp. There we are. I will see you on Saturday.
Well, I was knocked for a loop at first. I mean, the last time I'd seen this bird, he'd made a shrinking violet look like a Chicago gangster. And now, here he was, shooting off his head like Stalin, telling the Russian civil service they were down for a 12% salary cut. Something had to be done. Hello, is that you, Bernard? Now, listen.